Hello, my name is Bradley Pottle. I have recently been signed on to work with the Kentuckiana Works company. I deal with training the employees and everything that deals with that. Before I start everything, I want to talk about training in just a general. Training to me is extremely important. The reason for this is every business that you see out there that's doing good, yes, they may be selling a lot of product and everything and doing well in business, but at the end of the day, it can all be brought back down to training. Training your employees to work to your standards is a big deal. Being able to train them properly is huge because at times training can be very hard. People don't want to do it because they think it's pointless. But if you can train your employees the right way, grill it into their mind. This is the way you do everything. This is how you do it. This is why you do it. This is what will come with it. Really helps because there are certain situations in every job, even if it's the simple jobs. But training at the end of the day can make or break your company. If you have a tough situation with a customer that is complaining, you have the proper training on how to deal with it, what to say. If you don't know the answer, you call your boss and he'll do it. And even that boss needs training because if he gets there, he knows the situation, he can help everything out. But to get back onto the topic of the Kentuckiana Works, Kentuckiana Works is a company that trains people who are looking for jobs. They bring them in, they give them the proper training that is needed, and at the end of the day, they reach out to employers and help these employees get jobs. And I feel as if that's a big part of our success because people look for connections, because connections is really the key to life. If you have good connections, you can go very far. And connecting people to employers is a big deal because sometimes people have problems getting to employers. I mean, nowadays everything's on the internet, so people don't really get to know the true you through these online applications. So having a word from someone else saying that you're a great worker can really help in that situation. As for the training overall, I believe it gives these people a very intrinsic motivation. They go through this training, which is not easy. It's kind of hard. Only 56% of those who start actually finish, which can be a big thing for people, a big scare factor. But at the end of the day, knowing that it is only 56% of the people who essentially graduate can motivate you. Going into this is hard, and that if you can get through this, your chances of getting a job is actually very high because those who do finish it tend to get jobs very easily and very quickly after. As for an expectancy theory perspective, you know, everybody wants the goal to do good. Everybody wants to do good in their job. It's like everything. Even in a way, it's like sports. You want to do good in the game. You want to prove your coaches you can do things right. But at the end of the day, the training's hard, so it gives people the idea. Like this is how you do it. It's hard. Get over it in a way. Like you can do it. If you do the training, you can do the job. It gives them knowledge about the job. They know what to expect going into it, which is a very big deal because if you go into a job empty-handed, showing up to your first day like, what do I do? That can be kind of scary. But when it comes to satisfying the worker's needs, I feel as if it does that very well. People that come into this and they graduate, they usually leave very happy because they know in the back of their mind that nothing can scare them now. There's nothing about the job that they don't know, which is a big key because if you go into a job knowing a lot but you don't know certain things, you're not that great of an employee because you don't know everything. Knowing that they got the proper training and they know that everything they've gotten is correct is a very big thing because you won't second guess things. If you go into a job not knowing anything, you'll second guess things. For example, you could be at a counter and a customer could come up to you and ask a question. And if you don't know the question, what are you going to do? You're going to second guess yourself. You're going to ask yourself, hey, should I call my boss to figure out what's going on? Or I don't know what to do. I may just send the customer to someone else. But if you're a good employee and you have the proper training, this can really help because you can answer that question right away. That customer will be happy. They will most likely come back because they'll think, hey, these employees have proper training. They know what they're doing. This is a well-run business, And when it comes to training, it can be a social thing. The social learning theory perspective is a very big thing to me. Being rewarded, not being rewarded, being punished is a big thing. If you know your training, you know your job, you know what you're doing, you shouldn't have to worry about anything. But at the end of the day, if you're being rewarded for good work, it can really motivate people. They can come into the job like, hey, I want to do this, I want to get that. If the reward is, if you do a good job and you get a bonus of X amount of money, money's money. Even if it's $5, it's still $5 you don't have. So it'll give them the motivation to work good, to work hard, and get their job done. On the other end, if there's punishments for not working well, that can hinder people, Like, people can be like, oh, I need to do this so this doesn't happen to me. If I don't have enough customers, if I don't have enough sales, I could be fired. I could be cut down. My pay could be brought down. I could be demoted. So on the social theory, the learning from it, you know what you need to do. It gives you the goal to set, and you'll do it. At the end of the day, this company, personally, I take pride in my job. I take pride in my company, the Kentuckiana Works. I think it's a very good company. And the reason for that is everybody in this world deserves a chance. No matter what you've been through, what you've done, everybody deserves a chance. And this company gives people chances. Some people who may not have the connections, they may not know what to do in the job, it gives them the chance to go into a job knowing what they're doing. It gives them hope, and that's a big thing to me, is hope. And I feel as if this company gives people the second chance they need. They deserve it, and I feel like everybody deserves this company, and this company deserves people too, because it does very good, it treats people right, and at the end of the day, this is a very good company.